I thought you pump fake me right now. Again, I'm not even gonna lie to you. All right, welcome to episode 115 of those Millennials
I
podcast.
was about to. I was
Today
about
I'm your
to.
humble, grateful, thankful, extremely thankful, highly favored host, K the Classic. I'm here with my nearest and dearest, my boys and friends in real life. Jesse's here, sitting down, not walking straight up. Jesse, how you doing? How you feeling? How's your mental health? How's your pockets? How's your new spot?
Uh, it's here. I mean, I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm unpacking. It's cool. It's straight. And I just, I think I have a little cold or maybe allergy season. There was a lot of
right.
dust when I came in, so maybe that. So it's a weight off my shoulders, and
Yep,
time to move forward. You know what I mean?
yep. I know you've been at that last spot for a minute, so shout out to you for moving on to bigger and better things. Rails here. Rails, how you doing? How you feeling? How's your pockets? How's your mental health?
Was Gucci
What's the
man?
vibes? How you doing? Everything all right?
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic. All right. So real quick, I would first and foremost, I would like to apologize for the audio experience that we had last pod. That was I'm gonna put it on myself. That was me. It wasn't a great audio experience, and the pod didn't even upload to the mediums, but it was on YouTube, so we wanted to salvage it because we felt like it was such a good episode, and we did it impromptu. But we will be better, and we will do better. Thank you for rocking with us. We are not yet professionals, but we soon will be. All right.
If y'all
So
want
first,
to, let me just recap them if you didn't hear it because you couldn't watch it on YouTube.
yeah, you watched it on too. Yeah.
Basically, Kev and Rel have anointed me the basketball god because I
The
won
fuck?
the playoff pick'em.
We don't have to talk about that. That was last pod.
Yeah,
Go to the internet.
that's the recap. Boom.
Go to the internet if you want to hear
So
what happened last week.
Jesse won the contest. Congratulations, Jesse. Happy 4th of July. Happy also the beginning of
Fuck
free
4th of
agent.
July.
Happy to you, bruh.
Fucking
And
Independence
here,
Day.
look,
Fuck
you
my
know
dick,
how I've
Independence
always,
Day.
It's like anything I say. Like
you know I've
Nah, because
always
that just
felt.
sound like you liked America too much. Like,
no,
I
it sounds like I just like 3 days off. But
You know,
anyway,
I've
that's
always been
all
like
this is, America. Because ain't no independence. So
Look, for some of y'all, a certain group of people, Juneteenth is just an extra day off. That's my 4th of July.
you know what's crazy?
I didn't even get that day off.
One of my boys, yeah, I didn't get it off either. One of my boys was telling me, he was like, next year I'm popping fireworks on Juneteenth, right? And I was like, well,
In
you're
Texas,
going to. He was like, he was like out here in Vegas, and he was like, I was like, well, you're the only one that's gonna be popping fireworks, and the police is gonna come find you. He's like, I'm gonna pop the real ones too, and I'm like, yeah, the police is gonna come straight to your door because you're the only one popping illegal fireworks.
see, this is just
but
to make like a quick point on it. Like
yeah,
Bomani, who's from Houston, Bomani Jones.
right,
But like I know people from Texas, Houston specifically, where Juneteenth was really like they celebrated Juneteenth. First and foremost, I'm not gonna say if we did it wrong or did it right. It's supposed to be a celebration of having a good time. That's how they do it in Houston. They pop fireworks. They go to barbecues. Treat it like the 4th of July. Don't treat it like, oh, my ancestors this and that. Like, we got all of February to do all that. Let's be positive, have a good time. That's what Juneteenth should be. Treat it like Independence Day because it is a day of independence from slavery or not independence, but no longer being slaves. So
right.
it's a celebration.
When everybody found out, basically.
Yeah, it's a celebration, not a thing of looking in the past and what was and all that before. We can do all that in February. Let's celebrate, have a good time, just like they do on Independence Day. They don't sit there on Independence Day like, oh man, when we were a colony, things were tough. We had to do it like, you just have a good time.
Right. All right, so we're recording this Thursday, the day of free agency, at 7:12. So if anything big happens, like a certain Hall of Famer, all-time great, top 15 player of all time gets traded, and the reason why we didn't bring it up is because it hasn't happened yet. Also, real quick before I forget, Summer League next week. Jarrell and I will go to Summer League. Jesse, you're not going, right?
No, I can't do it.
Jesse can't make it, but Rail and I will be at Summer League Saturday to watch Chet Holmgren and Paolo with the Orlando Magic continue to recruit Kevin Durant on Instagram.
Yeah.
Chet
Holmgren,
yeah, Chet Holmgren, OKC. We watching them because that's who plays in the first. No, there's no Laker games on the first day. I'm so mad they don't play on Saturday.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough rebuttal before the beginning of the pod. The biggest news ever happened today in NBA, probably history. One of the biggest players that's ever been on the trading block asked for a trade. Kevin Durant basically asked for a trade after the day after Kyrie opted into his contract. Obviously, this is big news because Kevin Durant, while he is 34 years old, he's still an MVP candidate. Like I said before, one of the 15, wherever you want to put him, he's one of the 15 to 20 greatest players of all time. And whatever trade package the Brooklyn Nets receive will probably be the biggest haul for a superstar probably ever for compensation. So his preferred destinations, funny thing so far, is the Miami Heat and the Phoenix Suns. Terrell, what's the two things in common about those teams, real quick? Before I was talking. What's the two things in common about those teams? You remember?
Two things common about the Phoenix Suns and the Heat. I don't know. Tell me.
They were both first in their division last year in the conference last year. They were the first in the West and the first in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
That is very interesting. So I have
more than anything.
I have a lot of jokes I want to get off, and mostly I want to aim them at.
But they both also got knocked out in the second round.
They did.
Oh wait, no, one got knocked out in the conference finals. My bad.
One got knocked out in the conference finals. I have a lot of jokes, and a lot of them are aimed towards our good friend Iman. So I'm gonna let you guys talk before I completely just talk about Kevin Durant. By the way, this makes my Kevin Durant love. This postpones my Kevin Durant love letter now because he's changed the team. Now I have to rewrite it and do a whole bunch of other shit. So, Rel, me and you talked literally minutes after this trade happened. So, what were you doing? What happened? And why is this happening?
Honestly, I feel like this is unfortunate. I feel like this is in a broader view, I feel like this is the reason why people are turned off with the NBA. Because it's like the movement of him asking to trade without holding his friends, Kyrie chose not to get vaccinated, and amongst other things that he chose to miss time for. And the Brooklyn Nets had every right to have their stance to say, prove it that you want to be here. They had every right to say, hey, we want you to be here. If you want to be here, show us you want to be here, play 70 games. That's all fair for an organization to ask you that after they've, done what they've done for you. So for him to call the owner, Joe Tsai, and tell him he wants to get traded, it just lets me know he's really out of touch as I think he is. But I don't get it. But the whole thing is I feel like with these Brooklyn asking prices, I feel like this is all bluff now. Because I don't know. Because with these Brooklyn asking prices, like he said, his preferred, Chris, I called that Aiden Bridges, Cam Johnson, and 3 picks for Kevin Durant. And now there was a report that they at least want Devin Booker. That's fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's almost insane now.
That's why I said that we've never had an MVP candidate that asked for a trade with 4 years left on his deal. It's never happened. It should never happen, to be honest with you. So
I just think before we get into trade scenarios and the overall grand scheme of things, and I'll let Jesse go, is that I just think that I think this is the reason why people are turned off with the league, because of stupid shit like this.
So you think this? So I want to get to that, and I know we haven't let Jesse talk yet, but why do you think this turns off the league? I think if anything,
I like it. Me personally, I love chaos.
Everybody loves. I think especially the younger viewers and younger watchers, they love the the injection of new shit. Now, if you're telling me that the older generation and the older guys don't
Yeah,
like this very much, then hell yeah, I agree with that.
but I would say this even for the casual, like the casual fan who don't watch NBA, how I watch NBA or keep up
Right.
with it, will get
Man.
annoyed. Will get annoyed and say, well, why is he switching this team, or why is it super team, or just dismissing the fact that it's fucking hard to win a championship. Like like anybody who say it, like, oh, this person's like it's hard to win a championship. We had one of the greatest super teams form, and no, they didn't even make it to a championship. So but I just think that the player movement of I want out without no rhyme or reason turns off fan bases. If I'm a Nets
I can see
fan,
that.
I'm fucking
I can see
pissed.
that. Oh
Fuck
yeah.
you, Kevin Durant. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And fuck you, Kyrie Irving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We didn't ask. We came here and wanted y'all to win and do some shit, and and it's like and the last thing
I
I would
got so
say,
much shit to get off, and I want Jesse to talk because I got so much shit to get off.
and I'll let you go. Is that why did KD choose to tie his legacy to two people who are the worst fucking people? One dude who doesn't even like basketball. One dude who doesn't take it more serious enough. These are the people you've tied your career to, Kevin Durant.
You hear that, Iman? Jesse, go, please, go.
Who cares? Go ahead, Cap.
That's all you got. Who cares? All
Like,
right. Okay, go ahead.
trying to understand KD's like
Yep.
reason. First and foremost, look, I do not blame him for asking for a trade. Like, I don't blame him in the sense of
If I zoom out, yes.
because it's a fucking mess. Yes, he is a part of the mess, and this goes back to the bigger argument of do you let players get control?
But
Like,
but let me ask you
what's
this,
the-
Jesse. What do you mean about you don't see why he can act out?
Because this whole like, look, I know Kyrie's his boy, and I know this whole thing where the news started to spill out about Kyrie may not resign or may do this or may do that, but you never know what he's gonna do. If I'm him, it's like fuck all of this shit. Like I just want to get out of here. Let me go to a stable team. Let me go to a franchise that has a fucking stable front office that makes good moves. Yes, like at the end of the day, I just wouldn't want to deal with this shit no more because obviously what I thought I could do, I can't do. Like I can't I cannot control what a player is doing. And this happens to be the second best player on the team. And also my friend who just I don't know what he's gonna do tomorrow. Like, and I have to defend this shit.
Everybody has that friend though, Jesse,
like,
where it's like, yo, this is my man. He's a little weird, but he's cool. Everybody has that friend. Don't act like
we have that friend.
Everybody has that friend.
We all have that friend.
Kyrie's that friend.
At the point in time, at every point in time, we stop wanting to answer questions about him. The reason why
that's true. I don't want to talk for my friend all the time. That's true.
The reason why we even start with he's a little weird. So
he's a little weird.
Ask me no question. Do not ask me shit. I already told you the nigga's weird.
If you want to say it nice, he's a little off, but this is my man. He's cool.
Yo, what's up with your boy? I already told y'all he's a little weird, y'all. That's it. I don't know what the nigga's doing. I already told y'all he's a little weird. Like
it's a little off, but this is my man.
But it's just one of those things where it's like they made a move, and it's just not gonna get any better from here. And I don't know. Like I think so. There's this thing where this is like off topic, but there's this thing where Charles Barkley is talking about like all the O-heads are saying like Kevin Durant has to win where he's the guy, and the argument can
bus driver you're talking about the bus driver conversation.
The bus driver shit, or or the Warriors won without him, so it's like they never needed him, and it all it did was solidify Steph's like legacy, which it's like I hate when people try to do this connecting here and here. The Warriors are just a better organization. At the end of the day, we're gonna have this conversation about LeBron sooner or later. We were talking. We kind of like alluded to it in the sense of like choices LeBron made, choices KD made. Like people are gonna be like, "See, he should have never left the Warriors." The nigga wanted to go. Like if you want to leave your job and go somewhere else, you want to go do something else. Like I'm tired of people trying to make it seem like you have to stay somewhere. If you're not like, all right, I did my time there. I want to go do something else. I want to go find a new like place to live or all these things. Like, I just think KD at the end of the day,
especially if your contract went out, that's my thing. So
exactly.
what you're saying is like if your contract ran out as a player and you decide you want to move on, then you obviously want to move on. Like what Harden did, no. Like if we're gonna talk about stuff like that, what Harden did, but real quick, let me get. Oh, go ahead. No.
What I would say is what Harden did wasn't great, but he saw the writing on the wall. Like he just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he pouted. He pouted his way out of two teams though when he still had.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
That's my thing. I was okay with it with Houston because it's like he saw the writing on the wall, but once you do that. For the
again,
Nets, like you can
right
you can
blame, a year after, yeah.
You can blame Kyrie. Like I would be upset with Kyrie and all that stuff, but it's just one of those things where it's like you can't. It's unprofessional. Now it's unprofessional because now it's like, well, why don't you just sit at home too then? But I think we're making a bigger deal out of this than we really need to. He's 34 years old. KD, who I'm talking about, he's 34 years old.
Yeah,
he wants to be in a winning situation, and it just didn't work out. So let me move on. Doesn't mean he's actually going to be traded. It really doesn't mean anything.
That now, so that's one of the things I wanted to talk about too. Unless you still got more, Jesse, or
what I was going to say is now I do believe he will be traded. It's just doesn't mean he will. It doesn't mean that the team has to do it. Now, if I'm that team. This is where you make a stance. Are you a great organization or not? Your players asking for a trade with the contract not even close to over.
4 years left. Yeah, but the Nets are complying. They're honoring it. They don't want another situation what happened this season with Kyrie KD, obviously the injury of Joe Harris, and then obviously infusing Ben Simmons, who was talked about all season and ended up joining them later in the year. Man, just all the stuff that's been talked about Kyrie is just maddening, right? So like even like so to talk about the little jokey joke side, like so the stuff that I did like, I don't know if you guys obviously saw this. When Kyrie was at Steve Nash early in the year and he joked with Steve Nash talking about, hey, can you show me where Kobe's MVPs are? I thought that was funny. And everybody was like, no, that's rude. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I thought that was legit funny because honestly, at least one of them is Kobe's MVPs. 100%. Maybe two. Like, I don't want to. At least one of them is Kobe's MVP. At least one of them are.
Shaq's. One of them's
okay.
Shaq's.
One of them Shaq's. One of them's Kobe's. Okay. Give them back.
Steve Nash. See, I don't want to take that from Steve Nash.
No,
he bought out one season.
Okay. No, I'm not taking it away.
One of them for sure. I don't remember which year, but one of them for sure is Kobe Bryant's MVP. 100,000,000%.
The year he dunked on him.
But
I'm just saying
for sure. So I thought that was a funny, clever joke. So I was like, Kyrie, that's actually, if that really happened, that's funny as hell. So I'm gonna read some stuff I saw off Twitter that just was like hella accurate. This one was by Nick Wright. Excuse me. LeBron, AD, PG, and Kawhi, KD, and Kyrie all teamed up in the same summer, if people remember correctly. The Lakers have largely been polarized by the media in this era, but they also won a championship that people, for whatever reason, still don't honor, which pisses me off. Meanwhile, KD and Kyrie and Harden, Kawhi and PG have zero finals appearances. They haven't even made a conference finals. the Clippers, who should come. I think I joked about it on last pod. They should change their name to not the Clippers. They should change their name to If Healthy, because that's what I'm calling them. Literally, this entire season, I'm calling them the If Healthies, because obviously, if healthy, they probably look like the best team on paper. They just bought back Nicholas Batum. They obviously I don't know if we talked about John Wall in the last pod. I forget. But we can talk about John Wall if you guys like. Don't shake your head, Jesse. But yeah, that's accurate. The Lakers have been getting flack, and I know we're gonna make this a Laker pod at some point, but right. We're gonna have to have a really real honest conversation about Kevin Durant and his decisions. This is the second one that has happened, right? I stress this enough. He's probably the greatest scoring forward of all time, probably the most purest, easiest scorer of all time. Nobody can block a shot unless you're Giannis. He was made in the science lab, a scoring machine. Again, top 15 player of all time. But so let me tell you about what happened, how I learned about the news real quick. So if anybody that knows me, obviously they know I drive for a living. All I do is listen to podcasts when I'm not training others and if I'm by myself. I was currently listening to a podcast. What was I listening to? I was listening to David Aldridge and God, who does he do a pod with? Marcus Thompson on The Athletic. And I still had 3 other basketball pods that I was going to listen to. And then the KD news dropped. And immediately when that happened, I was like, all these basketball pods are spoiled. They're literally spoiled milk. Nothing that they talk about is interesting anymore because Kevin Durant is on the market. Whatever they recorded is spoiled milk because none of it matters anymore.
Because everybody gonna look for what the reaction for the Kevin Durant.
Right, basically.
Russillo had to double up in the same day.
Yeah, he did like a quick 15
minute pod. Yeah.
He did a quick little 10, 15 minutes and got up and out. Yeah, I listened to that one too. But yeah, we're gonna have to have a serious conversation about Kevin Durant, man, because my first thought about this was front running. And I'm not gonna lie, and I didn't want it was. This is real. This is some real front runner shit. And
how you figure he's losing?
Yeah, he's losing, so he's joined to the front runners. Like I said,
this is the school of LeBron.
That's what I was gonna. So I was gonna say this too. If he joins the Heat, he wants to be LeBron James so bad. Anyway, you don't think this?
I don't think he wants.
You don't think this for running?
No, because they're different personalities.
I agree with that. You don't think this? You guys don't think this is front running?
No, I don't think so. I think he wants to win championships. I think this is.
I know, but he wants to go to. He wants to go to organization. So his reason that he told us that he left Golden State was because he wanted something new. This is what I'm. And I know Jesse just said that maybe he wanted something different, but this is what he told the public, and he said it on his podcast. He said he wanted a different challenge. He said he wanted something different. Him and Kyrie wanted to start something new and started themselves. That's what he said. So he goes to Brooklyn instead of New York. Everybody thought he was going to be a Knick, and he goes to Brooklyn to start something with his boy. Handpick. He claims he didn't pick Steve Nash as the coach. That's cap. That's cap. He picked Steve Nash as his coach.
I think
all the hours him and Steve Nash worked out in Golden State, he picked Steve Nash as a coach.
He had a hand in that. He
picked Steve Nash as a coach. That's why Atkins was out of there with the quickness. He picked Nash. That's his coach.
I think he okayed it. I think it's
sure.
Really. I think the coaching really, because remember when he didn't play for that year, Kyrie played and he didn't get along with Atkins.
Yeah.
So it's really so the reason why Atkins is out was Kyrie, and then he may have suggested, well, let's go get Kevin Nash.
Because you don't give a first year coach this team if the superstar of the team doesn't okay it and kind of suggest it and push in that direction.
Yeah, I think his name was brought up because KD brought his name up. Now I think Kyrie. I think it was both like, all right, let's go with him. But I don't think it was like.
By the way, now I
where-
really feel bad for Steve Nash. But anyway, moving on.
I don't. Why?
I
Don't take the job. Don't take the job if you. But
honestly, fuck Steve Nash. I'm tired of these fucking coaches. Like, let me get something.
Please, go.
But fuck Steve Nash, because all these fucking coaches, there's not enough black coaches in the NBA, and I just want to say there's a lot of coaches.
I think it's even now. It's even now.
We got a good amount.
I think
but what I'm tired of too is also like the retreads, like the Steve Cliffords get jobs,
David Millens.
That's Michael Jordan.
David Millens, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, or Terry Stotts. Like, let's get.
Why are you bringing up Terry Stotts?
Because he was a finalist for 2 jobs this year, the Lakers and the Hornets.
Terry Stotts is a good coach. Keep going though.
No, but I'm saying though, let's get the Udokas, the Hams. Let's get these cats in there. I'm tired.
Sure.
No more D'Antonis, those Stotts. I don't want to see him no more. I want to see the young coaches in there. Fuck that old shit, bro. The game has passed them by. We don't want to see him no more. Get the Hams, the Udokas. Sam Cassell needs a fucking job. Even
I agree with that.
Like they get these other cats jobs, bro. Fuck.
I agree with that. I agree with that, but I don't like how you targeted my man Terry Stotts. But
because he rolled the ball for 8 fucking years in Portland, and he got 2 finalist jobs over Sam Cassell. Suck my dick, NBA team.
He didn't roll the ball. But that's basically what I'm saying. So you guys, can you guys again explain to me why you guys don't feel like this is front running, and then we can move on to we can talk about where he lands, where you guys think he lands, then we can move on to some free agents before we go along on this.
I don't think it's front running just due to the fact that I just don't feel like I think he really assessed the situation, and low key, I really think he was mad about that Ben Simmons trade. I don't think he wants to play with Ben Simmons.
So you guys won't look at KD. You guys don't look at KD any differently after Jesse?
Martyr.
No, I don't try to understand like KD's reasoning, because it's like the more we try to do that, the more it's like, nah, that's not what the truth is. So I'm just like, I just personally think it's not front running, because right now, of course, the 2 teams that need a closer, a guy that's consistent, are the 2 number 1 teams. That was the 2 things they were missing, right? The Suns don't have a specific closer that can close out games. You could say it's Booker, but Booker wasn't that guy. You could say
I disagree with that.
I think they need a second scorer more so than a closer.
Let me ask you. Okay. So why did they not show up in Game 7?
I think they need a second guy.
I think there's going to be a 30. I told you. I said that. I think there's going to be a 30. There's so much shit that's been trickling out about that. There's going to be a 30 for 30 for that game, bro.
You need a guy. They need a guy.
Devin Booker was. They were comparing Devin Booker to Kobe.
No,
Jesse, they were comparing Devin Booker to Kobe. Every analyst on TV.
No, they weren't.
Everybody on TV was comparing Devin Booker to Kobe.
They were sitting there trying. He's a Kobe guy. There's a difference between comparing him to Kobe and calling him a Kobe guy.
They were
like he is not.
They were making reels with Devin Booker's movement and footwork. They were comparing him to Kobe. They were.
Guy.
Sure, I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree.
He's a Kobe guy.
So
there was nobody so
basically, I have more faith in Devin Booker than you, because I think Devin Booker is a closer. They were one of the best closing teams last season. They had one of the best closing clutch margins in all season. No. Now I'm not rolling. Now I remember off the top of my head. No. Hell no. No.
Okay, that's cool. When did they do that? During the fucking season. Kobe closes all the goddamn time. Kobe closes every time.
No, I would say this. I won't surmise.
That's Laker hypocrisy. But keep going.
I won't surmise their season into one game. I won't surmise with the. I would say this. They need another score, but I won't surmise their season into one game.
I'm not surmising it into one game. I'm talking about You could, like, first and foremost, I'm not surprised into one game. I'm talking about you were the best team by fucking far. And they sat there and took you apart. Like, they were supposed to be the deepest team. They're supposed to be this team that was unstoppable. Defensively, they have one of the best defensive
Monty Williams gets
wings.
a pass.
They get
Luka's different though, man. Luka was breaking down PG.
That's a pass. No, that's a pass from Monty Williams. You don't give it to him. That's a pass from Monty Williams. Don't give it to him.
Wait a minute. So we're saying Luka's different.
Yeah.
Devin Booker's supposed to be the guy. Devin Booker's not different then. So you just answered my question. Luka's different. Luka is special. Kobe level. Luka is Kobe level. What are we doing here? Luka is Kobe level. That's not Devin Booker. So you just said Luka's different.
Yeah.
Booker's supposed to be there. That's where Booker's supposed to be. He's not
supposed to be on that same level.
Okay then. So you go get that guy.
But
that's Kevin Durant.
But he had Chris Paul. We're gonna agree to disagree on this.
Chris Paul can't finish games either. He's not durable enough. Chris Paul's not durable enough. So you need a guy that's gonna sit there and take pressure off of your two best players. You go get another guy that I can't wait for the 30 for 30 for that. Why do we think the Warriors? We talk about it like Draymond finally said it, and a lot of people didn't. Warrior fans didn't like it. But
we'll talk about Draymond later.
Draymond finally said it, which I don't agree with what Draymond's doing, but he admitted to something that means that they knew it too. They went and got KD because they needed a closing guy. That wasn't Steph. That wasn't Clay. That wasn't Draymond. It was, we need a guy. You put the ball in his hands and he'll go score 10 points straight where you can't stop him. And that was KD. That's why I don't like this. Oh, they would have won without KD anyway. No, they needed somebody that just shut the game closed. That you just put the ball in his hands. When things were getting tough, you put the ball in his hands. They need that. That's what the Suns need. It doesn't matter if it's like, oh, they're the best team and they're close out. They're the best team during the regular season. They're doing great things. And I'm not trying to poo-poo the regular season. I'm not trying to throw it away. But when it mattered, when it came down to it, a guy that just like, throw game 7 out the window. We can throw that out the window. You're supposed to be the best team in the league. You went to the finals last year. You're not sitting there. Are you sitting there playing with your food? Like, you need a guy to let you play with your food. And then let's not even get started with the fucking Heat. The Heat, I'm sorry, but the Heat are lucky that they made it to the conference finals. Like, they are lucky.
Why didn't you start off with these takes? What happened? Why you start off with these?
I'm not talking about. We're talking about KD. We're talking about KD. But the Heat was relying on Jimmy Butler giving you 30-something, and the rest of them hit threes, and that's it. And we played great defense. That shit wasn't gonna beat the Warriors. Jimmy Butler can't play. Jimmy Butler can't play every game. He can't play every playoff game. After they rested his ass. They rested him the most of the season, and he still can't finish the game, and he can't play the next game. So we're sitting there like, well, if Jimmy Butler cannot play, all right, we get Jimmy Butler to give us 40 game 1, his legs are going to be done. Let's get KD to finish the game. We got to go get KD. That's what it is. What? You're going to fucking, I'm tired of people saying Tyler Hero's this, Tyler Hero's that. He ain't motherfucking KD. There's a huge difference.
I agree with that.
So that's what I'm saying. We're talking about
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah,
that's like we're talking about them being.
He's white. Donovan Mitchell is funny. Wow. Speaking of, go ahead.
Wait, hold on. The reason why I'm saying he's not a front runner. We're also talking about these are rumors, right? It said it went from the first teams that came out was the Suns and Heat. But to me, those were obvious teams. And then it comes to find out 15 teams are calling for KD.
Everybody calls.
This is all rumors. You got
everybody.
You got John.
You're everybody
call. Saying easy money. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's calling for KD. So we're sitting there like, oh, I don't call it a front runner. He's the best. You just told me the best player that you could possibly get that is a killer. Like, kill it. You guys score, he's going to score. You guys score, he's going to score. Like, KD is that
his
dude.
job is to maximize his ability to win a championship this said year. And if he can't do it on that roster, he can go to another. Like, when you call him a front runner, you demean how hard it is to win a championship. He can go to any. If he goes to fucking Memphis with Ja, they
No,
cook
no,
it.
no. I agree with that.
You know what I'm
So I agree with that. But I just, we're gonna have to have a serious conversation about Kevin Durant when all this is said and done. Depending on where he lands, and we'll come back. We'll revisit this because we'll revisit this. That was good though. So like I said, free agency. Does anybody want to talk about any? I mean, a lot of players got paid. There were some surprises. There were some teams that I'm still waiting to hear from. I'm Pelicans. I'm looking at you. I'm waiting for you to in Zion. What's going on over there?
I mean, is that like something that needs to get done automatically?
I'm interested in what's going on there. So obviously Bradley Beal got paid. The one of the biggest ones that Bradley Beal got 5 years, 25, with a player option. Joker, I've never seen this before. So Joker got 5 years, 264 with a player option at $60 million. I can report that right now. He's picking up that option. Let me report that right now. He's picking up the player option in 5 years. Like that's just go ahead and just that's done.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Did Denver really need to do that? I mean, like obviously he was.
That's crazy.
What?
I've never seen a player option that big before. But he's a back-to-back MVP.
Two-time MVP, obviously, all that.
And
stuff.
Joker might be the kind of player that may opt out and just to give more cap space. Like he may opt out during that just to be
that's what I'm wondering. Like I never feared that Joker was going to leave Denver.
No, I never feared, but like $60 million.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just
to give him that. But
just
that's
saying
what I'm
that
saying.
out loud.
To give him a $60
I'm reporting it now.
Like,
unless he gets severely, I mean, honestly, if he gets severely hurt,
probably with that Connolly thing
crazy.
too, with their GM taking over at Minnesota, that was probably the big kicker because he was a Joker. He was a Joker draft guy. So that probably was the kicker that said.
And then real quick, Jesse, before you go, Booker signed for 4 years, 214. So those were like the big extensions. We're still waiting on the Grizzlies and Ja's representation are reportedly gonna. Yeah, there's gonna be in the 580 some range. Obviously, there's still a couple more. Like I said, I'm waiting on the Zion one. And then if you guys want to talk about the lower tiers one, I think Jimmy. The Shoe King got a 3 for 30, right? No, 2 for 30, right? Why can't I think of his name off the top of my head? I just called him
PJ Tucker.
PJ Tucker just got 2 for 30.
So he took that deal with Philly.
36. Yeah, he took the deal with Philly. They got Daniel House for like 15. I remember off the top of my head as well.
Was Joel now Clint Capella?
I think that's why Harden opted out. So they can play around with this stuff. And apparently Joel told management, like, hey, whatever you got to do, try to get KD here. And if they try to get KD here.
Are we gonna ask what the best package is?
Sure. What's the best package? I mean, I think it's the Pelicans.
I'm curious to hear what y'all think.
Jesse, what do you think is the best package for Kevin Durant?
I had a question about Joker.
Yep.
So we all agreed that they didn't fear that he would. We're not fearing that he would leave. Like, well, Jarrell did bring up a very important point that the guy that got Joker there traded him. But you giving that guy a $60 million player option. You give him a huge contract. Obviously, it's the max.
I'm sorry I keep laughing at that, but that's so funny.
No, but what interests me about that is like it's not even like he's just bringing fans to the seats. Like if you look at Denver's like number,
I wish we would have got Dustin on because me and him was talking back and forth about the Denver contract, and
because Stan Kroenke's a piece of shit.
And I just I would love to hear his take about that contract and also about what trade happened yesterday.
Because
we
obviously,
I like that. I like that trade.
But we're obviously saying like, okay, they're obviously saying he's a franchise player, but it's like you give that guy that type of money and that type of player option for number one, you think he made a fair of him leaving, or number two, he is your LeBron, where LeBron built it basically is Cleveland's economy. He's not doing that for Denver. The Denver If you like, they've been
No,
talking
it's
about
more
this.
of an NBA contract because it's
But it's
a
$60 million option. $60
yeah,
million
because it's
option.
going more because it's a super max.
No, the reason why what I'm saying is like why you do that is like yes, you give him the 60, you give him the supermax, but you overdid it, and you reasons why you overdo it is because he makes up for it in other ways, right? The money.
No, because they're championship contenders. They're going to sell that motherfucker out next year.
Yeah,
No,
especially Jamal Murray's back, and we don't know what's going to happen with MPJ, but you know.
But
pray for his back.
My thing is, you have an MVP, and he's having an MVP year again, and they still wasn't watching games. I'm talking about they weren't even watching them on TV.
But that's how
bad it was.
No. Because you can't say that because in Denver, the TV rights are fucked up because Stan Kroenke has this shitty TV deal where it's like the Lakers and like in LACC where the locals can't even watch the Avalanche. They can't watch because Stan Kroenke owns everything in fucking Denver. He owns the Avalanche, he owns the Rams, and he owns the Nuggets. And they have a shitty deal. So that's why their TV. Because honestly, for the rate for the kind of player he is, you put the piece that they're going to put around him next year, that place is going to sell out come playoff time. Like that's I don't want to play in Denver in the playoffs. I don't know about you, like that crowd's him they're on top of shit when they were rocking back in the mellow days.
Real quick before we go, before you go along, Rel, you have any contracts that you kind of want to talk about that surprised you that you kind of want to talk about or who got? I hate the phrase overpaid, but whatever.
Anthony Simons, first of all, because.
Why are you attacking me? Go ahead.
No, I like to call out bullshit when I see it because he should have got 4 for 84, 4 for 80 around there. They paid him $5 million more to secure him. Also, they paid him $5 million more so they could attach a pig to him and eventually trade his ass if something shakes loose along the way. Because it doesn't make sense. You just drafted Shadon Sharp and then you pay Anthony Simons $105 million. You can't play all of them together because somebody got to play some defense. So it just makes no sense to give Simons that bag. I mean, I'm happy for you, Simons, for $125 million a year. Congratulations. He's a good player. I just don't know. I thought he'd get THT money.
That's crazy. No, that was never going to happen.
What's the difference? THT's younger. THT's younger. THT's younger. And
Anthony Simons only had half of a good Anthony Simons is way better than THT. Are you kidding me?
Based off half of a season. Same thing Taylor Horton-Tucker did.
I don't know. I don't try to unless you're SGA. I don't judge
crazy.
Players. I don't judge players on bad teams. Like
it's interesting that you said that contract. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was saying they were giving Anthony Simons the ball. I don't know.
If when Dame was gone, he was literally the offense. He was only the bright spot in a down year.
Good.
He's good. The interesting thing about
good.
The only thing that's interesting. You're crazy. The interesting thing about that contract is, I feel like 3 players are going to use that as a template to try to get paid. Tyler Hero.
Give me more. I want 30 a year.
Good luck, Tyler. No, good.
Wait. So this is I want to get to every one of these topics, but you guys keep distracting me and making me veer off in different ways. But right now, Tyler. The fact that you think Tyler Hero's better than Anthony Simons is fucking wild to me. Anyway,
Tyler Hero ain't better than Anthony Simons.
Anyway, we're moving on. Good luck, Tyler. Good luck, Tyler.
I wish you would walk into Pat Riley's office asking for $105 million. I wish you would.
Exactly.
He will throw his ring at your face.
I also think, in a perfect world where a team that the Warriors got it. You know, they, as Zach Lowe said on his pod the other day, he was like, Jesse, say something real quick.
What's up?
Chase Center just got collected $5 million when you said what's up right now. That's how much money they're printing in Chase Center. That's what he was saying. He said they just print money at Chase Center. He was like, I don't know. Maybe they could just. Jordan Poole is going to be looking at that. Anthony Simons is going to be looking. He's going to be looking at that and be like, I'm better than Anthony Simons. Pay me. I'm better than that guy. And honestly, Jordan Poole should feel that way. Tyler Hero shouldn't. Anyway.
Is Jordan Poole better than him?
It's close. I think Jordan Poole's a little better. I think so. It's close though.
Yeah,
It's argument.
Yeah.
It's argument.
Anthony Simon. I mean, Tyler Hero has went to the bubble in the playoff game, played in the playoff game this past year. We haven't even seen anything from Anthony Simons remotely close to basketball that matters.
Real, you don't watch Portland games. I get it. I watch.
Kevin. Answer me this. He broke out this year, correct?
Yeah. He showed flashes last season too, but keep going.
And you didn't make the playoffs in either one of those years. So
no.
Oh, okay then.
Got paid.
Basketball
didn't have a great team. He played with a whole bunch of players that I couldn't name. We're gonna move on because Rel again is doing the shitting.
Y'all wanted to do some packages. Go ahead and do
some please, real quick. Can we? If we can try to do these really fast, because I would like to get to. I want to get to Draymond and new media.
Just give your best package. The homo. Can I say that?
No.
Cancel me then. I don't give a fuck.
I think the Pelicans one. I like the Pelicans one with Zion, man, only because the Pelicans showed what they could do with their pieces, with their young talent. I would like to keep BI in that if that was to happen. But from what it sounds like, the Brooklyn Nets are asking for, which again, at the same time, I get it. It's Kevin Durant. It's an MVP player. At the tail end of his prime, he's 34 years old. He looked like he hasn't lost a step. All he cares about basketball. All he cares about winning. He brings some kind of cachet to your team. They're probably asking for both. Like they're probably saying, "Yo, give me Zion and BI and all your picks."
Well, they're at least asking for BI.
It's like, give me Zion, BI, and all your picks for Kevin Durant.
All-star right there. That's an all-star.
So give me one, Rel.
I think if I'm being a homer,
did you really want to just do this to talk about Lakers shit?
No. This is I'm giving two. If I'm being a homer, we find a third team.
Go ahead.
I should see this coming in.
Malika, pack your motherfucking bags.
No.
Take your ass home.
No, he's cool. What are you talking about? He's doing his job. Just we ain't got no money. We're signing the players we're supposed to be signing right now.
Yes.
A bunch of niggas. That's all we sign.
Jesse. Who do we have money to sign?
Jesse, they did well. They did well so far.
Yeah, I like
it. Not one stupid signing yet.
No, not one stupid signing yet.
Okay, hold on.
Not one stupid signing yet.
We're not gonna get to any of these topics. Keep going, guys.
We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep.
Can I get? I was about to get my Kevin Durant package though.
Yo, think about it. Put it together.
We're not getting to all these. We're not getting.
I'm gonna say one thing about this. We said this shit last year when we went and got Malik Monk. We went and got Malik Monk was supposed to.
By the way, shout out to Malik Monk for getting his 2 years. Was it 19 or 11?
He went in. They went and got.
He went to Sacramento. I think he went.
I think it's 21.
9 a year.
21.
He got two for 19.
So he got 19 a year. Shout out to him, but he went to basketball purgatory to get it. Keep going,
Jesse, guys. But Jesse, hold on. You said this for old players. Juan Toscano Anderson is in his 20s. Troy Brown Jr. is young, shot 37%. 30. Hold on.
That nigga one more time. JTA one more motherfucking time. Jesse, fuck that nigga, man. Jesse, he wasn't that good.
Jesse, what did he do? Like he's just a role player.
Exactly. What
Jesse? That's all you can get, Jesse. There's no money. There's no money.
I don't think you understand. We can't sign anybody.
There's no money.
We are not understanding what I'm saying. Fine, Malik Monk, they couldn't afford. But you keep the players that were there. That's the problem.
They did. Who was there last year?
You just keep signing dudes that just...
Okay, Jesse, you want to bring back Wayne Ellington and Carmelo Anthony and Dwight Howard?
I'm talking about you keep the young players you got. Keep those
Austin Reeves is there. Taylor Horton-Tucker, Stanley Johnson, Wayne Gabriel are all on the team still. And THT. And Kendrick Nunn. They're all on the team still.
And Sharif is making the 15-man roster. Keep going.
No, he isn't.
No, he's
not. No. Keep going.
J. Cole will make a 15-man roster before he does.
I was like, I actually think it's gonna be Scottie Pippen Jr.
Wait. Is this real? Can the Lakers get J. Cole? Is this real?
I don't know. J. Cole out there.
Can the Lakers get
Hold
Cole?
on, but let me get our pocket because Jesse just wants the hell in the fucking Lakers. This is all we can sign.
No,
Don't listen
I'm
to
just
him.
saying, like, the reason why I say get rid of Pelinka, because Pelinka's just signing guys. It's
No.
like, all right, let's go get JTA, who played in a free-flowing offense that was running around and everything, to now stand around and do nothing?
No.
He's not gonna be able to fit.
No. He's gonna be another body that you want to defend. You want a 6'8", 6'9" body to defend wings and throw it and play. Hold on. No, you're gonna listen to me. You're gonna hear me out because I'll prove a point to you right now. Because JTA is 6'8", he's not a bad defender. If AD's gonna be playing in a small ball lineup, you can put him out there. He's not a horrendous shooter. You didn't even see much of him last year. He played a little bit. Nobody knew who the fuck Gary Payton Jr. was until he put the Warriors uniform on. Just like Bane when he put the mask on. Nobody cared who he was. So nobody gave a fuck about these guys
Why did he do that?
Until they put the gold armor on.
We're not getting to any of these topics.
Let me finish though. I'm gonna say you get the Jace, you don't have a guy in mind. He's talking about Fire Pelinka. He's doing all he fucking can. He's trying to work the phones for right now and try to get Kevin Durant. He can't help that.
Oh, Kevin Durant's out.
No, Kyrie's the guy. Kyrie's the guy. Yeah, obviously they changed. All gears are towards Kyrie.
Let's make it even more fun. Let's go get Kyrie.
Let me give my only
Lakers pod activate. Lakers pod activate.
My Kevin, because Jesse just wants to hell. I didn't Jesse, bro. I don't know what it is. Because
you're not realistic, bro. Go ahead.
I'm not saying we're gonna win a championship. I'm just saying, I'm realistic that JT is a player on a vet minimum contract that we can afford. Yeah, that's realistic.
Again, you know me and Rail doesn't agree on shit. The Lakers have not made a stupid signing yet. They got younger already. They got younger.
I like Lonnie Walker.
I'm gonna tell y'all the real shit. As soon as they signed Lonnie Walker, I went straight to YouTube and watched Lonnie Walker highlights. 100%.
He's good.
He looks like and a lot of his stuff is off the ball too. Because guess what? What he's not gonna have, he's not gonna have the ball.
Nobody who like Malik Monk was on a minimum deal. Wayne Ellington was on a minimum deal. Carmen, so like we got rid of all these old ass players who don't even try to play defense. At least we got guys who we can say, hey, if you want to play, you're gonna have to play defense.
Because they're playing for their next contract. Like they're looking for pay. They're looking for paydays. Like
and Juan Toscano Anderson, he's looking to stay in the league. So it's like
he's looking to stay in the league. Like they're looking for paydays.
You get with a ham.
Lonnie Walker. Well, can you admit that Clutch is in bed with the Lakers?
No, we have nothing to do with them.
All right, Can
I get my Kevin Durant?
Nah, I honestly don't give a fuck about your package anymore. I want to move on.
No. Go ahead and do your package. While he's doing his package, Kevin, look up 3% shooting percentage of those three guys. Go ahead. Please.
Okay, Jesse. We chased 3-point shooting last year. Where the fuck did it get us? We signed Wayne Ellington, Carmelo.
One of the best 3-point shooters in the league, but my problem with Rail is this is where I agree with Jesse on this thing. When they signed Wayne Ellington, Rail, you was over the moon when I was like,
can two things be
Malik
right?
Monk is gonna play more than Wayne Ellington, and you thought I was crazy.
But two things can be right though. When we sign older guys, you sign them with the belief that you can get one more year out of them.
I had no more belief because every team is giving up on Wayne Ellington because they realize he can't do anything else.
You don't get 44% from three from anywhere else. And, and here's the thing though. You look at the Boston.
We could go if we wanted 44% for three. We could just go call Kyle Korver up.
Look at the Boston Celtics. They don't have much 3-point shooting out there. All I'm
JJ's doing a pod. JJ, you want to come back?
You get 5 guys committed to defense like Darvin Ham won. Because I believe in Ham's vision.
Well, that's never going to happen.
Ham's not in Summer League. Because he's with Pelinka right now. Ham's not in Summer League. He's in the War Room Pelinka. Somebody else is coaching Summer League. He's in the War Room. He's picking.
We're an hour in this pod, and we're on 2 subjects.
Fuck it. Keep going.
It's like... Nigga, it's because Jesse's at the point now where whatever Lakers do, he's just gonna talk shit about it. It don't even have to have something.
I'm not. No,
because you can't even give me a name. You can't even give me a name or a deal that we should have done or did that isn't better than what we've done.
I'm really seriously trying to say the same mistakes that were made last season are literally happening in front of our face, and you're trying to tell me no, it's not. They're going after a big name, Kyrie Irving. What? You're going to go get
Okay, but
a
Jesse,
guy that didn't want to play?
the
You want a
mistake.
you're not putting cohesive players together. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not about who. If you
What's
can't
cohesiveness?
keep your team. That's cohesiveness. What is the biggest issue why did the Nets not work? Fucking Kyrie told it himself when he was
So
like,
you rather run it
well,
back is what you're telling me.
if you cannot do that, keep your team and you bring up pieces. Lonnie Walker, great piece. Juan Toscano Anderson is not going to play. We can talk. You are saying a player that's not going to play.
They're gonna try him. They're gonna try him.
There's a difference. I said play. Be a key role player. That's trying him is not playing him, Kev. That is just giving him some minutes here and there. Like
no, they're gonna. I think it's gonna be a legit competition at these practices at the training camp, and we're gonna see what the rotations look like.
I'm gonna say this: if you are counting on JTA, who was
he
wasn't.
By the way, he shot 32% from 3 last season.
Underpercentage.
But
he wasn't even
the year before he shot 40.
He wasn't even a starter on their bad teams. Like we're talking about a guy that went from being a guy that was a rotation.
So was Gary Payton too. So was Gary Payton second.
What are we talking? Remember that dude? What was his name? That was like balling out for the Warriors when all of those guys were out. Where did that guy go? We don't even know where he's at. He sits the bench on Utah. Like these guys, like the one thing you're counting.
I'm trying to figure out what guy you're talking about.
The one thing you're counting on right now is a dude that it's like, all right, his development. We're depending on his development. Like motherfuckers is talking about like, JTA is a champion. Can we stop doing this stupid arguments of shit like, he's a champion. He played on a championship team. He didn't play. He didn't contribute. He played some minutes in the playoffs. Like we're gonna turn that around to like.
I'm not saying he changed the world, but I need somebody who
he hustles. Like
I'd rather have that than Carmelo fucking Anthony, Jesse. Like I'd rather have that.
Cool.
I'd rather have that.
All right, and we're gonna sit there and watch this team not be good enough. Again.
I will say this.
What did you like? What did you see last year that you liked? Because I didn't see anything.
Exactly. What move? What moves did you see that it's gonna make that a difference this year?
I'd rather get somebody who's gonna at least play defense other than somebody who just focus on offense. Is what I'm saying. I'd rather get somebody who at least try. Like we signed the old dogs stuck in their ways compared to somebody who's trying to stay in the league and play defense. These are old dogs stuck in their ways.
You keep talking defense where you keep saying, we need 5 guys that can play defense here. But come on, man. Like, look. You brought up the Celtics and playing defense. The Celtics have been a squad that's been together for how long? You're talking about
if you're looking for continuity, don't look at the Lakers.
But there's no continuity because all their money is in 3 guys.
You keep talking about this defense when 2 guys are not going to play defense. LeBron and AD. If AD's on the court, is not going to play defense.
LeBron's going to play solid defense until the playoffs. All right, so
he's going to play okay defense.
He's going to play okay defense to the playoffs, and AD is on a revenge season. All right, so he is on a revenge season, Jesse. Whatever.
Wasn't that last year? Wasn't that last season?
No, Jesse. It's different. I'm
sorry. Okay,
it's different. Everybody's shitting on nuts, and I'll say this, and then we can move on.
Okay.
Everybody's shitting on AD like he's not in the same class as Joker and Embiid, and he should be. It should be those 3 guys in the same tier. For whatever reason, they've put an AD into a tier that's in the same realm as Paul George or lower. And I think AD is gonna have a revenge season. All right, so.
I'm getting tired of us saying AD should be on this fucking tier that he's never been on. Like
he's been on that tier.
Stop doing that shit. Somebody steps on this nigga's toe and he's done. Stop doing that shit. AD doesn't have this. He doesn't. You want to talk about Embiid? You want to talk about Jokic? These niggas say, "Give me the motherfucking ball." AD says, "Here you go, LeBron." That's what he says. That's what he does. He was supposed to take over this motherfucking team, and he didn't.
LeBron's trying to get to him.
Fucking
LeBron
LeBron.
gives him.
Exactly. So what are we talking about here? He has
He's
the
playing-
skill set to be. He has the skill set to be on their level, but he ain't on their motherfucking level. It's a difference. There's a huge difference, and them niggas got it, and he doesn't, and he fucking knows it. Stop.
I don't
He
believe.
is not on their level. He is not. It doesn't matter about skill. He is not on their motherfucking level at all. Name. He had what? One MVP probably season. One probably on a bad fucking Pelicans team. Come on now. Come on now. You take Embiid off the fucking Sixers and them niggas win 10 games. You take fucking Jokic off the fucking Denver, them motherfuckers win 20 games. Stop it. AD is not them. Them motherfuckers is ballers. He's not. He's a good player.
That's it?
That's what he is. He's a good player who doesn't play up to his skill. He doesn't even play up to his talent. He's a jump shooter. He likes to fucking jump shoot. I'm getting tired of this bullshit that we keep trying to say this shit about this nigga that he's a jump shooter. He doesn't want nobody touching him. Motherfucker, we said he put on muscle. He put on muscle and he did what? Started jump shooting more. Nigga, come on. Like, if he plays hard, but he doesn't ascend to that level. You say, AD, give me 50 points. AD's give you 25. Stop. Come on, bro. Let's play some. Let's talk about this shit.
You know what? I would say
now.
that. AD on AD, the reason why I would even consider AD trading for AD for KD is because he has lied to us. He came here and then like he does shit like where he says that he ain't shot a ball in months and then now he wants to post and all this other shit. Like his commitment level.
He's supposed to be shooting with lethal shooter right now.
Yeah, like when we question your effort and it looks like you're having fun. Like it looks like it don't make you sick that you're out there. Like AD looks like he's enjoying being in street clothes too much. So, you know.
Like, man, like niggas literally were talking about questioning his effort last season. Motherfucker put out a rumor like, yo, AD is good with this. That's been talked about. Like, let's stop. For real.
All right, so real quick. I want to talk about Draymond and new media. Draymond's coin phrase that he's been kind of sort of using since his podcast. Everybody knows Draymond's podcast. So I wanted to ask you guys, is there really a difference between new media and old media? And if it is a difference, what is that difference? We can start with you, real. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think the difference is the fact that like athletes are controlling more so their narrative. Were I wouldn't even say like even controlling their narrative because story's still right. He just has a podcast. Not every athlete does it. Draymond is choosing to do podcasts. So the new media is that like, you know, athletes can control their narrative. You know, like athletes can say, I'm going to do a podcast. The whole thing is though, and this is the thing about new media.
But why is it new media? Oh, go ahead though.
This is some stupid shit Draymond is saying. You know what I'm saying? Like I think new media is more so like real people on YouTube where I can watch 30 minutes of somebody breaking down a fucking set. That's new media to me. That's
shout out to Thinking Basketball with Ben Tolliver.
You know, like I mean, everybody got who they got. You know what I'm saying? So whatever, that's the real new media. What Draymond is doing is he's just a player giving his opinions. And like, man, my thing is we're getting to a point now where I'm trying to question like where we're gonna blur because it's like everybody gets mad when everyone like prime example, when people get mad at what the talking heads say. Like y'all always say you don't care about it, but you're the first to tweet about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got these motherfucking
because the talking heads are narrative correct because they're narrative creators. They create narratives.
But my whole thing is with fact and with fiction. My thing is I don't even know why people care though. You know, like I wish you would act more like take a page out of LeBron's book of just don't talk to me about the media, bro.
Like the more the shit happens, it's really impressive that LeBron like hasn't said that nigga Skip Bayless's name one time on one thing.
You don't talk about a jester
anywhere. Like he hasn't said the nigga's name for 20 years, and all Skip Bayless has done to talk about him. Jesse, you have any thoughts about new media and what Draymond's doing with him? Do you consider it new? Are are you a fan of what Draymond's doing, or is it just rinse and recycle, and it's just not really new what he's doing?
I mean, this has been a thing for the last few years. Even LeBron with the barber shop show,
Shot, yeah,
the shop. I didn't know. It's one of those things where it's just like they're calling it new media in the sense that it's like, well, we know truth and we know this. Like, it's a pushback on not actual like journalism on like inside scoop. It's a pushback on talking heads. Like, you know what I mean? It's a pushback on that argumentative, I guess, argumentative sports talk. And
right.
I don't know. I don't see anything that he's doing that's new. I think, if anything, he's just like talking, and that's like I don't see anything he's doing where it's like, oh, I'm showing you that the game. He's not giving you this, like Ralph said, he's not giving you this insight of the game that you couldn't come to on your own.
That's what I was about to come to as well. We're like, Draymond, you're not even really like breaking down shit. So I want to hear you talk about hoop like that. It's low key just about the shit talking. Like,
and the thing is like, he's an extremely smart basketball player, but he's really he's giving you cliches. I took Jaylen Brown's part, like shit like that. So that's just regular, That's just regular dude.
Jesse's referring to what happened with him and what Draymond Green said on the live show with him and Old Man 3.
Draymond never won the championship.
And my thing is just what I see is like these guys want to control the narrative. Like everybody wants to control something, and all they're doing is honestly, even Kyrie, when it's like, oh well, this isn't true. We're not doing this, and I'm not doing that. And then you turn around and say it on this podcast, like, hey. Yeah, Le GM. That's.
Are you challenging the world, Jesse? Jesse, are you moving it forward?
Shout out to Kai. Shout out to Kai.
It's just like you're
third eye Kai.
You are saying exactly what they are saying. Like you
basically.
You didn't like. You're not telling us anything different. You're just saying it from your own mouth. But the way you say it is better, or something. Like you want to control your narrative. That's fine. You want to make your like the whole Last Dance was. A tribute to Michael Jordan, and he got to control the narrative. He got to control what he believes in things.
That commercial,
and it was a Nike and Michael Jordan commercial.
It was a Nike Michael Jordan commercial.
And the thing is, like, not to knock it, it was
it was a great commercial, real. It was a fantastic commercial.
It was a fun.
They can say that now, bro.
The thing is, it's like, here's just my thing. There's two issues on there's two problems here. Guys are tired of just like somebody saying something about them and they don't get to say
and they want to say it back. That's basically what the Twitter
Jesse,
clap back is. Don't you agree?
If you fight at every battle like that, you'll be fighting forever.
Yeah. Because the talking heads will always have the last word.
Yeah.
They talk every day. Skip Bayless talks every day. Stephen A. Smith talks every day. Colin Cowherd talks every day.
Let's do Kevin Durant, for instance, right? Or even Draymond. Draymond is, you probably have this many people listening to you. You will never, ever.
Yeah. He has the fastest growing podcast, I think, one of the ever. Like, it's like. It was like him and Conan O'Brien. It was like him and Conan O'Brien. It was fucking incredible.
But that, to me, is going to level out because it's like you're not going to offer anything new, and yet people are going to go back to what they usually listen to, what they usually watch, which is Skip Bayless,
or they'll check in a lot of people checked in when he was struggling in the finals. Like there was like, I can't wait to what you say after you basically
that's an excellent
shitted on the court. Because he's basically doing his own. Basically, what he's doing his own press conferences without being asked questions.
But that's an excellent point. And Rel said something that was a good point earlier about like everything with the Kyrie and all this shit. This is why people tune out. I don't think people tune out now. People actually watch now because people are here to go fucking find drama. That is what we are looking for online. We're looking for that soundbite. We're looking for him to talk shit. We're looking for him to answer why you're playing so bad. We don't even give a fuck about the game. I bet you all those people that watched and waiting to see what he was going to say after his bad game looked at his stats and was like, well, or saw
What is he gonna say? Yeah.
and just waiting for what he's gonna say. People are waiting for the drama. The reason why that it's a bad thing that they're waiting for that, or why they get tuned out, because during the actual season, it's not interesting enough for them to watch. You have to create some sort of drama, and if that's what the NBA offseason does so well, they create fucking
Yeah,
drama.
that's why free agency is so fun to a lot of people. It's like a lot of people like is real.
I love it.
We say a lot of casuals pop in right now because they only care about transaction. They care. This is transaction season. Like they're not sitting and watching the game like we are. Like they're literally popping in and saying, "Oh, Kevin Durant wants to get traded. Oh, this is what happened. Oh, this is what's happening." So oh, good.
A part of me likes higher championship guns, though. Like, you know, it's kind of like
sure. Like I said, it makes this more fun.
Like having,
sure.
You know, like kind of like having Big Daddy D's with your security. You know, like if you always a higher gun for a championship, I would low key if I'm Kevin Durant, at this point I'm signing 1 year deals. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm hunting championships. What can you say? What can you say?
Is his name Easy Sniper on?
Easy Money Sniper.
Easy Money Sniper. Like, be an assassin. Just go in there. Be that. But what?
Whoever got the best.
But I know. But like I said, as millennials and the generation that necessarily don't care. But like I said, the older heads care. Like the older heads care about, like, they want you again, and this is what I will say, and then to kind of break this full circle, this is what I will say about Kevin Durant.
And then you can go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
I got one more point, but go ahead. Oh,
okay.
Well, no, I was just gonna say about this new media stuff.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference between what Draymond's doing and what JJ Redick is doing. JJ Redick is doing a great job of pushing back to these talking heads.
I told y'all, like, from the rip when JJ Redick was coming, I was like, he's the best thing ESPN got.
But the thing
as far as basketball analysts,
he's very informative.
That's what I was gonna say. He informs you on the game, and I'm not saying like he's smarter than Draymond or anything.
He mixes opinion with stats.
But you know what's crazy?
Literally this.
He went from probably the most hated man in America while at Duke.
Yeah.
They used to say "fuck you, JJ." You know, like you know.
And then Grayson Allen came along, so
yeah.
Thank you, Grayson.
the trip artist.
But JJ won, so which made him more hated.
Right. True. So you still got
Grayson did too. Remember, Grayson had that big dunk.
Yes, Grayson did one. So what I was gonna say, and I'll try to shorten it because we're pressed on time now. We're pushed up against it. What I applaud. I listened to every Draymond Green show ever since it came out. I think in a sense, whenever they've already said it, whenever Charles Barkley retires, he's gonna take that seat. So he's gonna be whatever version of Chuck. You know, he'll never be Chuck, but he's gonna be the newer version of Chuck.
You think he planned for that?
Yes, I think I think that was his plan.
No,
I think that was his team plan.
I'm saying, do you think he's playing into it right now?
I don't know. I think he's legitimately learning on the fly. I think he really is. Like, obviously, we haven't touched on it yet, but obviously with Kendrick Perkins back and forth.
I'm talking about the shockness. Do you think you don't think he's kind of planning to? I'm gonna be the next Charles Barkley.
No, I think he knows. I think he definitely knows. I think he definitely knows. He's aware.
What I'm saying, is this more of a wrestling character, or is this, you know?
Here's the problem. Here's what I would say. I think Draymond could be. There's something that feels, and you listen to the podcast, so you could probably tell me, but it feels a little contrived versus Charles Barkley was just. And when people say this is Charles, that's literally like Charles was just a guy who just said what was on his mind. It wasn't, super articulate. It wasn't this. It wasn't. He just said what was on his mind.
Chuck
me,
is
it feels
Chuck is
Draymond
naturally
kind of.
funny. He's naturally kind-hearted. You can tell that he doesn't have any hidden agendas when Chuck like Charles is
Yeah.
literally saying how he feels, what he feels, even though it's wrong. Obviously, you know he. Now I'm not. I'm saying this, but Chuck isn't no saint. Chuck didn't believe in the Warriors
Chuck
were going to win
says
the
something.
championship, but
Yeah,
he could.
Chuck says
Yeah,
something. Chuck says something, and tomorrow he doesn't give a fuck about it. Like he
yeah.
says it,
Like
and that's
he
it.
says it
I ain't
doesn't matter.
tripping. I ain't holding on
Um,
to it. Like
you can
this is the difference
tell
between him and
since
Draymond. I
Dre
think
is still in the league, he understands that he still has agendas. He still has to see these people that he comes across and talk about in the game. Like so, he's still being cautious. That's obviously why. Again, we haven't touched on it yet, but like the back and forth between him and Kendrick Perkins, where he called Kendrick Perkins the c word, the coon word, which obviously we all know is a big no no for calling black men a coon.
it's also
He
just too
basically
easy.
he
It's
basically
too easy.
he
It's just one
basically
of those things where
real quick, Justin.
I hate. Go ahead. Sorry.
He basically went on his pod and did an apology 15-minute pod, but didn't apologize. It
Of
was
course not.
the most strangest thing. He talked about how after he said that word, he thought for first he said he was ashamed that that's what the pod was going to be known for. Him saying that word because he felt like it was a great episode, which you know for the most part it was true. I know, right? I'm literally telling you. He also and then talked about how he was at in New York at NBA HQ talking to Joe Dumars and Adam Silver. They both put him to the side and talked about him
Good.
and what he was saying and how it affects how it represents
Good.
not only you but it represents the Warriors and it represents the league that has been
Good.
inclusive, talking about
Adam had to talk to him.
Adam had to talk to him. Told him like, hey, like you, this isn't this league stresses equality. This league is against bigotry, against racism, against all these things, and you can't say that on your platform. You could have chose any other word under the sun. And Draymond admitted to this. He's like, I could have called him a clown. I could have called him an idiot. I could have called him such and such. But I choose the word coon. And his explanation, which was funny to me, was, I'm from Saginaw, Michigan, was what he said. This is the quote, basically what I'm saying. And I hate that. I know. He's like, when you're with your buddies and you say, man, quit acting like a coon. Now, real, Jesse, I've known y'all for like 14 years, bro.
Never said that.
Have I ever called you guys coon in a joking way?
We know. That's what I'm saying. We know when we're.
Real, have I ever called you a coon in a joking, playful way before?
I may have called you one in the playful way.
But what
I did not get that.
When was the playful way you said it, Ro?
It was like, I don't know. It was like years ago.
It wasn't. No, I'm saying what was the circumstance? It wasn't. Dude was just like Kevin was dribbling the ball all funny, doing some dumb shit. It was
and he's like,
maybe some white people were around, and Kevin left the door open for the white people. Right?
Yeah,
and it's like,
Kevin got a good, Kevin, what it is, Kevin got a good telephone voice. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Nigga talk
I
good.
do.
Nigga
I definitely
talk,
do.
Nigga got good. And he was one of the first niggas where I didn't know how to talk on the telephone, so I used to call him, the cool for that. Cause I didn't really like. I know how to talk on the telephone and call bill collectors.
We know why.
Maybe that's why Scott Larson liked me and he didn't like you. Keep going.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was.
Well, really Scott also had multiple wives.
Shout out to Scott. Shout out to Scott then, bro. What you hating for?
Well, I don't believe in polygamy. I believe in loving one woman. Sorry.
Here's one, all right. Here's my overall point, and I'm just gonna ignore that.
Yeah, please.
Oh, because I'm just dick banger, huh?
Here's my overall point of like what Draymond. Like, obviously, he's learning.
I just gave you a brief synopsis of what he said in the 15-minute pod, but that's what happened. He apologized without saying Perk's name. He said I could have called him any other thing in the book, but I used the word, and now that word is going to be the reason why people feel like I did wrong. He was like, I'm gonna learn from it. I'm still learning in this space. He
Okay,
he brought up
whatever.
Stephen A. Smith is now his like mentor that he talks to refer to stuff like this, which is weird
Yeah,
because you're claiming to be new media and you're old media. This is
talking
why
to
I don't
old-
understand. You're talking to
that's
old
the
media.
point. That is the point I was trying
Like-
to make.
He also
The
he
point I was
also
going
mentions
to make.
Marcus Spears, who
Skip
Marcus Spears is the
Bayless.
shit.
And
He shitted on.
praise
I
Stephen.
love when he shitted on Skip Bayless. By the way, I loved when he
Okay.
dunked on Skip Bayless. Keep going.
Here's the point. No, you already hit on the point I was trying to make. The
Oh,
guys
okay.
that they're gonna go to learn to talk and do all these things is gonna be the same talking heads because you're basically doing what
Marcus
you're doing.
Spears, all the old
Same guys.
heads.
So
Marcus
anyways,
Thompson.
Here's what I will. Here is the one thing that I'm getting tired of, and I really hate that players automatically try to do this and try to disrespect a man or down a man because he has an opinion about you and you think that he should protect you. Okay, understandable. You're a black person protecting another black person. I understand that you feel that way, but if they're
And I understand why Perk was so mad. Continue. I'm sorry.
No, you particularly talk about their play. If you're particularly talking about their play, nothing personal, nothing about who they are as a person, nothing about I mean, Stephen A. always does this thing where, I like him off the field. He's a good man. I know his mama, his daddy's this, but the way he's playing on the court, you know what I mean? Like
he prefaced everything before he says something. Yes, it's always prefaced. Yeah,
all those things because it's still like I'm protecting you in this way. Like you're a good dude. We're just talking about what you do on the court. You cannot sit there and get mad at somebody. Their job is to analyze and criticize.
Can I show y'all something? Not to cut your thing off, but the New York Post.
Yeah,
can y'all
Skinny
see that?
Man has no heart. Skinny Man.
Holy shit!
Yeah. Skinny Man has no heart.
Anyway,
holy shit!
I saw that earlier. Yeah.
Well, but
I'm sorry.
You want to know something? No, that's fine. But you want to know the funny thing about that is,
holy
he
shit!
Sat there, but it's not a big deal. You want to know why it's not a big deal to me? Because the moment he went to Brooklyn, everybody said, "Well, that's not the real New York team, anyways." So for the New York Post to post that, it's like, what
why? Yeah. Why are you acknowledging the B team?
Yeah, exactly. That's like
putting the Mets on the
That's like
talking the Mets on it. It's like talking shit about the Mets in New York.
Yeah,
nobody
that's
gives
like
a
saying
fuck about the Mets.
that's like Kawhi asked for a trade, and we're over here shitting on.
What
Kawhi.
was the?
Oh
man, KD's love letter is going to be great. Rel, I know you probably remember. What was the Oklahoma City letter that they left him when he left Oklahoma City? Was it Mr. Unreliable, some shit like that?
OKC has no right to say shit. Why are you bringing them up?
I think it was like Mr. Unreliable. I think so.
Yeah, it's Mr. Unreliable.
Holy fucking shit! I'm sorry, Jesse, but I saw that and my mouth was agape. What?
It doesn't affect. I mean, it's the New York. First and foremost, it's the New York Post.
York Post.
So we know what they do over there. What I'm trying to say is just like when we sit there and all these guys are making these points, I hate when it's he's an Uncle Tom. He's just criticizing you, bro. Like, stop. Why are you? He's working for the white. You are working for the white man too. You're actually doing worse. You're actually doing worse because you're giving your whole fucking body
for it, but it's what I'm saying.
You are sitting there putting more money in the white man's pocket, and because you think you're making some millions, that you think you good, stop doing that.
Make me billions while you get barely millions, and you got a jersey on with my shit on it, and I own the team. Get the fuck out of here. Getting the bag from ESPN is a thief and a come up. Everybody who get bags salutes off to you if you get bags from the ESPN and this media shit.
And salute for making yourself a personality that's staying on television. See, the reason why I say the reason why I feel it's going to be tough for Draymond, or Draymond could never fill the shoes Charles Barkley has, is because Draymond takes himself too seriously. That is the biggest thing about Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley does not take himself so serious.
Sure.
Yes, he gets in those arguments. He does those things. He does, but by the end of the show, he don't give a fuck. All right, let's go get something to drink. But the next minute, he's gonna have fun. You could do a joke with him. Draymond, it's gonna take him a while to get that because Draymond has always been the guy with the chip on his shoulder. He's always been the guy that's so if Shaq sits there like, no, those arguments that he gets in with into with Charles Barkley, you see him get it. Draymond's gonna get in those arguments. Well, Shaq, I got 4 rings. And they're gonna be arguing, and Draymond's gonna take himself too seriously and take the fun element out of it.
Yeah. Because I don't see Draymond with a light side. Yeah. I don't see it like Draymond.
I mean,
always
I honestly feel like when Chuck leaves, I mean, I know Kenny's gonna go, and Shaq just likes collecting checks. Shaq taking general money.
I get more Dwayne Wade. That's what I really want. I like Dwayne Wade on my Thursday night.
I like him, but he plays.
Dwayne's my favorite, one of my favorite players of all time, and he's just all right. I think he could be better. I like him studio. That's what I'm saying.
He still needs to loosen up. He still needs to loosen up.
We'll figure that part out. All right, we've gone much longer than I expected, and we still didn't hit on 2 other things that I wanted to touch on, but it is what it is.
Quick takes. What are they?
Okay, this is very quick, so you guys can answer this in a sentence or less. AP versus Le'Veon Bell, who you got, real quick?
Who cares?
Jesse, quick take.
Le'Veon.
Okay.
Shit, fuck no, AP.
If you guys don't know, I'm talking about they have a boxing match coming up in a week or so, hosted by some YouTuber that I've never even heard of.
Frank Gore over all of them. How about that?
All right, then. Okay, Rel, and we can time this because we're almost at a fucking 2-hour long pod. All right, give me give me your best subscription and best reason why the fucking USC and UCLA are going to the fucking Big Ten. And I'll give you 25 seconds. Nah, I'll give you less than that. I'll give you 20 seconds. And go.
The fact that the Pac-12 amongst the Power 5 conferences, you look at the ACC, SEC, Big Ten, Big 12, and Pac-12, the Pac-12 has the least amount of revenue when it comes to so the number one obviously is the SEC, and now number 2 in revenue is the Big Ten. So Pac-12 makes so they want new facilities. That's the best shit. It's really with financial move. It's not even for nothing else.
And time. Jesse, you want the same 20?
No. Give me 10.
Okay, and go.
Rel is right.
that was 2 seconds. All right. Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this audio experience that we took you on. We got to a lot.
Chris Brown album.
Listen to the Chris Brown. Oh, I wanted to tell you about that, but again, we'll touch on that another time. I can't wait to I'm gonna deep dive into it because I'm driving to LA, and I'm sure that'll be after I listen to 1 million basketball pods, which is all gonna happen for the next couple of days. I'm sure I'll be able to touch on the Chris Brown. Be sure to come check out me and Rel at Summer League on Saturday, the 9th. I keep forgetting the day. It's the 9th, Rel?
Yes, sir.
It's the 9th. Come check us out. Summer League. If you come say hi, we'll be in one of the lower bows checking out. I'm trying to see some media and wine and dine and see some people. We'll see you guys down there. And we're those Millennials, and we're out.